boy, Jason Muncie, Indiana Dewey's. Now, this is about pro wrestling. I only wish that the WWF would come back and the WWE just go away. I want the World Wrestling Federation to come back. And I want the World Wrestling Entertainment to go away.
No one pushes me around.
I mean, I just want, you know, things to, you know, be better for pro wrestling. Honestly. I just want this whole thing of, you know, this whole WWF thing to be resolved, so I could just go back to watching World Wrestling Federation on TV. But I missed out on a lot of World Wrestling Federation stuff. I missed out on a lot of it. And I bet that there's some people that have not missed out on that. But it would have been a pretty cool thing. You know? And yeah. Just hoping that the World Wrestling Federation thing comes back in time for the next 2 generations. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody know what I'm saying? Of course they do. Pro wrestling is the highest point of like sports entertainment. Cut above the rest of the other so-called sports entertainment. And yeah, I just hope that pro wrestling, the WWF pro wrestling, comes back into, you know, the fold. And yeah, it's just gonna be the way it is, if it's gonna be that way. And if I wanted to have, you know, have pro wrestling be better, you know, yeah, just having like the greatest pro wrestling televised shows that would have, you know, be better. And yeah, pro wrestling should just be going much better if it was still the World Wrestling Federation. And I wanted to come back. I want the World Wrestling Federation to come back. Cause this WWE shit is getting out of hand.
Coming through.
It's like, ooh, why don't we just reboot the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era? Like, it's just getting like all recycled and shit. And I don't know why. I just want, you know, the whole World Wrestling Federation thing to go back to the way it was before it went and got the F out type of thing happening to the WWF. I mean, that's just kind of like how it is. I just want pro wrestling to come back to being, you know, the way it is. And the way it, you know, used to be. So yeah. And pretty much.